Alright, what's up everybody? It's your boy Keenan. Welcome to today's vlog. We are finally beginning getting to the bulk of this year's college football bowl season, and for today there's going to be a key matchup tonight in the Poinsettia Bowl between 7-5 BYU against 9-3 San Diego State. I think this is going to be an intriguing matchup to watch. I think this is going to be a good game overall between these former WAC and Mountain West foes. Now these two teams have had a good season overall, a little bit more of a disappointing season for BYU, going 7-5, but 4 of their 5 losses were from 6 points or less. So this is still a good team, and I think they're going to have a great matchup against this Aztec team. Now, sticking with BYU, they have a star player on the defensive side, Kyle Van Noy, who has 11.5 sacks this season, one of the nation's leading sack leaders this year. He's having a great year overall, leading that defense, who is averaging and allowing 14.7 points per game within the top 20 defense overall. Now, on the offensive side, they've been having a little bit of struggle offensively, throwing the football for Riley Nelson, their leading quarterback, just over 2,000 yards, 2,011 yards at that, and more than half of those yards came to their leading receiver, Cody Hoffman, who has over 1,100 receiving yards and 11 touchdowns. Now he's going to be that top key weapon for that BYU Cougar offense. So the Aztec defense is going to have to keep an eye on Riley Nelson and his chemistry with Cody Hoffman and slow them down just a little bit in that matchup. Now heading over to San Diego State, they are 9-3 this season. They actually had a better year this year in spite of playing without Ryan Lindley and their leading rusher last season and Ronnie Hillman. Now this year they had a great premier running back in Adam Muma, who had over 1,300 yards rushing this season, 1,355 to be exact, and 16 touchdowns. He's good at key offensive weapon for the Aztec offense. Now at the quarterback position, they started off the year with Ryan Katz, who has actually been having a good year until he got hurt. And for the remaining 4 games, they had to rely on sophomore Adam Dingwell to manage that offense, and they still won those 4 remaining matches. Now this team did a lot better than last season, actually clinching a share of the Mountain West Championship, going in 7-1 in conference play. Now this is going to be a great matchup for both of these two teams. Now I'm going to really just talk about the key things for each team, starting with BYU. Defensively, they really just need to stop that run and put the ball in the hands of Adam Dingwell or whoever is at quarterback, and just slow them down and put the ball in their hands and try to have them win the game, which means they're going to have to put pressure on Adam Mua and stop that run. And Kyle Van Noy, who I just mentioned just a second ago, he's definitely capable of doing that and getting to that backfield, because he does wreak havoc in that line of scrimmage. Now offensively, they just need to balance that offense pretty well. Pull out a couple of big plays with Cody Hoffman. He is their leading target, the best offensive weapon, and he's going to be very dangerous against that San Diego State defense. Now for San Diego State, they're just going to have to perform a little bit better on the defensive side. Their linebackers, Jake Felly and fellow sophomore Derek Logic, both these two players combined for 13.5 sacks. They're 2 good linebackers, but they're going to have to do more than sack the quarterback. They're going to have to be all over the field and be very productive in tackling well, and just mainly do not allow BYU to have a balanced offense. If they have a little bit unbalanced, they have a balanced offense overall, but I think if San Diego State leaves it to one side, particularly with Riley Nelson's hands, and try to have him win the game, then I think they should be all set. Now for this matchup, I'm going to have to go with BYU in this one, because like I said, they do have 5 losses, but 4 of those 5 losses came from 6 points or less, including a 17-14 loss to number 1 Notre Dame, who's playing for the national championship. And BYU had a lot of high hopes this season, a little bit disappointing, but they were close in many of the games except for the Oregon State game, in which they lost 42-17. Now overall in this series, BYU leads this series 27-7-1, including 9 of the last 10 meetings, and I think they're going to have a good match in this one. So I'm going to have to go with BYU over San Diego State in this year's Poinsettia Bowl. I think this is still going to be a great game to watch. Enjoy tonight's matchup. Now, next time to catch you guys is tomorrow to give you a preview of the Beef O'Brady Bowl between UCF and Ball State. Thank you for watching today's vlog. I'm your man, Akeem McCall. Be easy.